Apex GBS, or the Alliance for Professional Excellence in GBS, is a nonprofit organization comprised of basically experts that spent 1, 2, 3, 4 decades in the GBS industry. And they are voluntarily coming together to write the book of standards for this new and evolving industry. 2024 was version 1, the first version of the booklet came out, and version 2 was released in September of 2025. Filippo, I want us to talk a little more about our role and what we've tried to do to bring the industry together, and then also what's new and why should people care about this industry standards work. But firstly, maybe if you wouldn't mind sharing the origin story of how we decided that this needed to be an organization that exists for the industry.
Absolutely. So, as you said, first and foremost, we orchestrated this effort where contributed many colleagues from other companies, and as you indicated, all of them with several years of experience, real personal experience in GBS. So these are experts in their areas. And they were given the opportunity to choose which particular chapter area to focus on, so that amplified their passion and expertise where they knew best. With that, our role was twofold. One was to orchestrate the effort of another dozen colleagues, and also write our own content. The version 2 is different, or is evolving from version 1 in a couple of ways. One is, of course, a lot of attention to AI and the role AI can play, likely will play, in GBS over the next 3-5 years or more. Of course, this is a hypothesis, but these are scenario planning in a way. In the moment you give people scenarios, they can better navigate themselves into what is possible. Data is another big component. Data capabilities, which are to a large extent related to AI, but go beyond AI, of course. And then there is the whole talent part, including leadership, because we predict that in the future, the talent will need in GBS within now AI and other fast-moving variables in the marketplace and companies. Probably will require a different profile of GBS leader and GBS person. Much less back office, much less in operations, although that is always very important, but some of that will be replaced by technology. And much more with the ability to understand what is needed in the business, what is relevant, and make sure that all the components, all the dots connect in an exponential way. So these are, I would characterize this as the critical components, Tony, and there may be a few more that...
I think you've got it. We've got a new chapter on data. We've got description of global capability centers. And the whole idea, Filippo, is to make this a living document. It's got to reflect the nature of our industry. Our industry keeps changing. And so there's much more to come, including success stories and more detailed how-to guides and a community. And we always welcome passionate individuals that want to give back. Because at the end of the day, if you're a person in GBS, then this matters to you. This is the reference of how to be successful in the industry. So whether you're a GBS leader of an organization or you're starting off in GBS, we hope that this becomes the reference for the industry. And in keeping with our nonprofit status, we actually make copies of the chapters available at no cost. So you can go to www.apexgbs.org and download chapter by chapter the entire book. We also provide a link at Inixia.com. And then for ease of distribution, you can actually also get copies on Amazon. And so these are some of the methods by which we hope that best practices in this fast evolving GBS industry can be available to anybody in the world.
It was clearly a very, very strongly felt need. When we say standards, we mean whether from the wisdom of the crowd, the best practices that can be applied in every single domain of GBS. So hopefully they will serve as a food for thought for several leaders, and for others could be the North Star to where they want to drive their organization.